Hello and welcome to the Flipping and Wholesaling Houses in New York show. I am Michael Pinter, where I teach you how to start flipping or wholesaling houses in New York, or if you're already doing it, how to grow your business. Now, weird. Two of my good friends who do what I do called me today with a similar situation that they got outbid on a property. So they put in an offer. One of them is primarily a flipper, a rehabber. One of them really wants to wholesale the property, and I'll tell you the scenarios. I'll tell you what I think. I'll tell you in general, specifically to these situations. So the first situation is the guy bid. I told him what I thought the number was that he should pay for it, where he can make some money. Seller keeps telling him that the plumber is offering him more, and he basically put the guy on the spot and said, I'll beat the plumber's price if you sign the contract today. That's basically what happened. The guy said, okay. Went in about $10,000 more than I thought he should for the upper limit, and he's in contract. Other scenario is guy's been working the lead a long time. The lead is a relatively sophisticated person. The guy got an offer from a company in Georgia that looks like it's really a fly-by-night bullshit company who is paying him like exactly 80% of Zillow value, and sent a contract via DocuSign to his attorney, which has 15 different out clauses for $20,000 more than my friend wanted to pay. So let's deal with each of these situations. So I'm not a fan of chasing deals. Okay, I really am not, for a few reasons. If you have enough leads and you're going on enough appointments and making enough offers, it's inevitable you're going to be outbid, right? I've lost deals. Now, one of the best parts of New York, and I've said this many times, is there are not a lot of people doing this, right? So very often, more than half the time, I am the only one making an offer on a property. But I am not stupid enough to realize that other people are going to sometimes bid more than me. That happens. And you hope that you have enough rapport with the client, with the seller, that they will come to you. Sorry, I'm going to eat some mixed nuts, and I'm probably going to be coughing after this. They will come to you and say, hey, I got $10,000 offer more than you. No, sorry. You have to make a decision at that point whether the guy is telling you the truth, because he may not be. Whether that other guy is jerking you around, which he may be. And you have to decide. Oh, I got water here. Whether you want to go up or whether you don't. A couple of things. If you want to go up, very important, you need to get something from the client, so from the seller. So if a guy says, hey, can you go 10,000 more? I'll say something like, can you give me a video testimonials at the closing? You need to ask for something. Otherwise, you were basically trying to steal the house from him beforehand. So always ask for something. I will, if you get, make sure that boat is off, make sure you clean out. Can you get the furniture out of there? Can you get the stuff out of the garage? That kind of thing. Ask for something if you're going to come up. Now, my friend who went to contract believes that he can still wholesale the deal. He wants my help to wholesale it. We may try it. I don't know. Even though he's paying more than I thought he should. But in general, when I come up with a number, I have some room, but I have a max number. You should never be making offers and negotiating when you're desperate, because then you chase deals and you pay too much, and paying too much for a deal is the number one way to fuck up the whole deal into a place where you'll never make money. I can tell you that the price you pay is going to determine whether you're going to make money or not 95% of the time. So if you pay too much, you can be great at everything else. You can do a beautiful job. You can do a small job. Whatever it is. It's tough to make the deal work. Sometimes the market will save your ass because it'll go up. But it's important to know that I don't like to chase. If you have one deal, maybe you chase it. You start justifying, you start increasing the ARV, the estimated after repaired value, you start decreasing the repair estimate. In this case, this guy told me X. I told him what I thought the ARV was. He told me he thinks it's more. I told him what the repair estimates were. He told me he thinks it's more. Now he's telling me it's less. Okay. Listen, sometimes these things work out. In the other situation where some guy from Georgia sent in a DocuSign contract, I can tell you in New York, it's really easy to blow that guy out of the water, because that guy is not looking to close, never in a million years. In fact, I'm willing to bet that guy has never bought a property in New York and never will buy a property in New York. So, and does not have an attorney to represent him and will not be able to close a deal in New York ever, because it's just so different in New York. So in that case, I told him, basically tell the guy, listen, ask him for his attorney's information. I'm sure that guy, the wholesaler, doesn't have an attorney. Look at how many outs there are in the contract, which are all absurd. The guy never intends to close. $20,000, and he said it was a pretty sophisticated seller. I'm pretty sure that seller is going to come back to him and he's going to get it. He told me, oh, I really wish I can get it. I go, you will get it, right? Because that guy's not real. Maybe he'll hold the guy up for a week, 2 weeks, a month, but he's going to come back to you. But in general, I make a number and I stick to it. Now, if time passes, right, let's say 3 or 4 months pass, I may revisit it, right? The markets goes up and down. Sometimes a comp shows up that's perfect, and you're like, what? This is much more or much less than I thought. And you want to know why. You want to get an explanation. You want to see, has the market moved? Is this just a comp? Did I not comp enough the first time? I'm not perfect at comps, right? I'm good. I'm not perfect. I've sold deals to people. Their ARV was much more than I thought. And they ended up being right. So, anytime a seller comes back to you later, you always have the right to say, listen, I need to just check what the values are. But once I come up with a value and I'm talking to a seller in a short period of time, I'm usually not going to budge a lot. And my experience has shown me that very often, they're not telling you the truth. Right? They'll tell you, hey, I just got this offer, and I'll say, you should take it. And they'll go, what? And I'll say, you should take it. That's a great offer. And they'll say, well, why can't you match it? And I'll say, because I can't pay that much. I just can't afford to lose money. And sometimes they appreciate it. Sometimes they don't. People have come back to me if they said that, oh, that guy, I trusted you more, or I like you better. I'll never know if it was a real offer or not. I don't care. Right? If you're making enough offers, and really at this point in my career, I'm trying to make 30 offers a month. You're making 30 offers a month. You have to stand fast on a lot of them. You can't keep revisiting them, coming back and having a guy come tell you, I got more, and have you inch up. Because first of all, it reduces your credibility. And second of all, half the time, the guy's not telling you the truth. So the reality is you're going to get outbid, right? Sometimes it's going to happen. You're going to lose deals. Right? And I've had people come crying to me, I had this deal and I lost it over $5,000. And I feel bad, right? If it's your only deal and you lose it over $5,000, that feels like crap. Right? Well, I used to go to the auctions. I used to lose deals over a couple $1,000s and watch that guy make a huge spreads on these things. And I felt stupid. Why didn't I bid more? But you have to have a system and you have to stick by it, or else you're going to go bananas. If every deal becomes, oh, I really wanted him. I know I thought it was this 500 house, but man, there's one property that went for 550, even though it's much bigger. That way of thinking causes a lot of anxiety, causes second guessing in general, in my opinion, is a bad habit, right? I believe you need to make a decision and move on from it. I think that being decisive is one of the most important parts, one of the most important skills of being a successful entrepreneur. You need to make a decision and move on. And I know, and there's a dichotomy because some of those decisions are going to be wrong. I've made so many wrong decisions, I can't even tell you. Right? But if you're not going to have a tremendously adverse effect of making a wrong decision, right? If I buy a property and I paid a little too much, it's not so bad. I recently had a deal where I thought I was paying a little too much, but I thought there was a chance I could subdivide the property and then it would be a home run deal, like over $100,000 profit. In the end, I couldn't wholesale it, and I ended up selling the property pretty much break even. I think I made 10 grand on it. I wasn't upset about that at any point in the process. I knew there was a risk. If my downside is break even or even losing a little bit, it's worth the risk, right? So I think you have to be decisive. You got to go on. You got to make it say, I can pay $320,000 for this house. I'll offer the guy $315. If he needs me to move up to $320, I will. But if he comes back and says $330, I got to walk away. If you're desperate thinking, right? If you need the deal, then you're usually asking for problems, because if the guy comes back to you and asks you for more, you'll say okay, and they'll come back to you and ask for more, and you say okay, and in my opinion, you've lost your credibility. Now, you may say, I don't need my credibility, I just want the deal, I want to make money. I understand that, but I think you have to stick to a certain set of principles. So I've spoken before, my general rule is I'll pay around 70% of ARV minus repairs. I'm looking to wholesale it out at 80% of ARV minus repairs. That's the basic gist of what I'm looking for. But I have moved higher. I recently moved higher on a deal because I noticed that the comps were better. But I believe you should stick to your guns and not chase deals. That's my opinion. I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in all the ways I can help you, go to howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're interested in finding out more about one-on-one coaching, go to coaching.howtoflipnewyork.com. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching on any media channel, please click the thumbs up. The likes really help me. And what else? Oh, please keep the comments coming. I post 5 times a week. I don't always know what the hell to talk about. So your comments really give me information. If it's and your comment can be about anything. It doesn't have to be about the video you're watching. If it's something that I've seen before, if it's a simple answer, I'll just reply with an answer. If it's something I've done before, I'll send you links to a video or multiple videos on it. And if it's something new, I'll do a new video on it for that day. So thank you very, very much for watching.